Yo, guys, Justin James with the 10-7 here, and I am here to talk about a heartbreaking moment for me in UFC 318. So, a little while back, maybe it was a couple of years ago, I was watching a card, and every fighter that was an underdog on the main card had won. And I watched some YouTube video about, oh my God, like this never happens, and this guy would have won this much money. So periodically through, um, I will go on there. I'll look at some of the lines and I'll look at some live dogs. And in this instance, Michael Johnson, old school vet, he was like plus 400. Kevin Holland, who I think has been really inconsistent. I thought Kevin was going to win, but again, he's been really inconsistent. Daniel Rodriguez, D-Rod came in, gets the win at plus 600. When I saw all these things of possibility, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take every dog on the card and, see what happens. So I did this, guys. I took $50 and I placed it on every single dog on UFC 318. Now, taking a look at what that means. All right. I'm going to look this up really quick. All right, so, let me screen share this with you. We're going to go here, predictions. All right, so looking at this, I took Michael Johnson at plus 400. I thought Daniel Zellhuber was going to win. He's the young up-and-coming kid. At the press conference, he had great shit talk. But Michael Johnson, vet of the sport, hard to bet against him. The guy shows up. He shows up. I mean, he's been showing up nonstop. And really against Daniel Zellhuber, he showed that he still can compete. So I took Michael Johnson at plus 400. Moving on. Patricio Pitbull versus Dan Ige, my teammate Dan Ige. Short notice fight. My heart wanted Dan to win. He's my teammate. Eric Nixick, my boss, my friend. I wanted success, but I couldn't go against these odds. I took Patricio Pitbull at plus 175. Again, guys, when I bet, it's not an emotional thing for me. All right. It's not, oh, that's my buddy, so I bet against him. No, it isn't like that for me. This is, I'm either win money or lose money. It's not a shot at Dan. It's not a shot when and if I bet against my teammates. Again, this was just a funny parlay I wanted to put together. But imagine I'm watching these fights at Mads Burnell's house with Dennis Davis, and Michael Johnson wins plus 400. Then Pitbull wins plus 175. I'm like, all right, well, Kevin Holland's probably going to derail my parlay. And we look up here at Kevin Holland, Daniel Rodriguez. I think I got like plus 400 or plus 4. I can't remember the exact, but it might have been even actually, I think I got a little bit better than that. It might have been plus 475 or something. I can't remember exactly. We'll say 475 to keep it interesting. But regardless, Daniel Rodriguez comes and throws the huge upset on Kevin Holland. Now I'm getting sick. Now I'm like, holy crap. I'm 2 fights away. I'm 2 fights away for cashing. Paulo Costa. Again, the reason I only bet $50 on it was because Paulo Costa, like, you saw him at the press conference. He was tweaking. He was shaking like this and drinking his water and like going crazy. And if you guys haven't seen the video, look up Paulo Costa tweaking. Like, I live in Las Vegas, guys. I know tweaking. I know tweakers. And let me tell you, Paulo Costa looked like he was on some good shit at the press conference. Regardless, I didn't think he was going to be able to win. I thought he was going to come out. Maybe he was on PCP and couldn't feel the damage Kapilov was doing. But regardless, I took Paulo Costa in the fight, and he pulls it off. He looked like the Paulo Costa he once was. Very aggressive, very strong, very explosive, beautiful, beautiful kicks through and through. Paulo Costa gets it done. Now imagine me like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the moment This is going to be the moment that I cash on my big parlay because, guys, I never win a full parlay, especially when I pick all dogs. And I do it intermittently. I don't do it every card, but usually I'll put $50 or $100 on depending on what the yards are. The reason I put 50 is because there's so many huge underdogs, plus 400, plus D-Rod was like I said, plus 475, might even have a plus 500. We'll say plus 500. Then you have Paulo Costa plus 200. You can see it right here. And then Paulo Costa wins, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what a storybook ending this will be for me. Then we get to the main event, Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. I got Dustin Poirier at plus 130 right here. It's at plus 110. But I got it at plus 130 because I have one of the best bookies in all of Las Vegas. And if you guys are interested in knowing who that is, write me a DM and I'll hook you up with him. But he will give you the best lines always. Regardless, guys, Heartbreak Hotel. As I'm watching the fight, in the optimism I was getting from like Mads Burnell and Dennis Davis is like, oh, it's 2-2 going into the fifth. And I didn't see it like that. I thought Max Holloway won through and through. I had him 3-1 going into the fifth. The one time he dropped Holloway, which was incredible. I thought that was the one round he won. But besides that, I thought Holloway was landing the better shots. Poirier was coming forward, but he hurt him a lot more. But again, going into the fifth round, my teammates, my buddies were getting me all hyped that it was 2-2. And, after that 10-second barrage, when he pointed at the ground and Dustin really wanted no part of it, I knew that Dustin knew that he had lost as well. And that lost my parlay. But for fun, guys, let's take a look at what this would have been. All right, here we go. I bet $50. This is going to make me sick. All right, so we go plus 400. Whoops. Plus 400. Plus 175. Don't do this to me, man. This is making me sick. This is making me sick. Plus 500. Plus 200. So, guys, there you have it. The sickest thing that has ever happened to me in gambling. I took all the dogs on the main card just for fun. Like I said, I do it every now and then. I've never won it. I have seen it won once, and somebody talked about how much money they won. And I really thought going into the main event, this was my day, guys. I want you to take a look at this number right there. If Dustin Poirier would have won, that is what my $50 payout would have been. I am sick to my stomach, but guess what? I'm a gambling degenerate, and I'm continue to do that. So, guys, celebrate my loss. I was on the brink of winning $30,000 and I lost. As I like to always say, guys, way she goes.